This is a totally different podcast episode than I usually do because here I'm showcasing the amazing people who will be at a Freelance Unlocked conference, the first conference for freelancers that made with love, and it'll take place in Berlin on May 15th, 16th, 2024. If you are a freelancer in Europe, it's an event made for you to learn, exchange experiences, and build your network of great freelancers and experts who move the freelance economy forward. So go to the freelanceunlocked.com and grab your tickets right away. My name is Yuri. I'm a community builder at Code Control and 9am.works. And my guest is Katja Vandebosch, Senior Account Executive, Learning and Engagement at LinkedIn, who's passionate about continuous learning and fostering a learning culture that propels organizations' growth. So, hello, Katja.
Hello, Yuri.
Super happy to meet you. It's our first conversation. And I also know that you were a freelancer before you started your professional journey at LinkedIn. So you were a co-founder of a marketing agency. And tell me, how did you enter the freelance world?
Yeah, exactly. So I started to found this company together with two friends while we were still at university. So they were also kind of fellow students. And we did a dual study program, which means that we all worked at the same time. And then in theoretical phases, it also is more like you have a lot of practice projects and companies where you already start working with. So not like only the theoretical studies you do normally at the university. And so we had a lot of docents who also worked as freelancers. When they saw how we did our job as students and caring about those projects we got there, and they were like, okay, maybe I have also some other projects in mind. And one day, like one docent came to us and he was like, I really have so much work to do. Do you want to help me? So I give you some projects, and in return, of course, you give us or give me a little bit of share. And then we were like, oh, we never thought about it, but yeah, why not? And then we just founded the company. Yeah, so I would say it started like with the network, and then in the end, when we thought, okay, you just get those projects, why not? But never like the big plan around it or something.
So basically you had fun and then it happened by chance.
Exactly, yeah.
And why did you decide to move to like more corporate environment?
So it's a hard question because in the end it was really also fun to work as a freelancer, and I could also imagine to do this someday again. Probably it was because we didn't start with a plan, which is the biggest mistake probably you can make. So we never started like to say, okay, that's our strategy, that's where we want to be in a few years. And we all thought, okay, just gain experience in the company, see how that goes, and maybe also when we work more, we see like some niche within the market where we think, okay, there we can really add value. So marketing agency wasn't special enough for us to continue with that. And we haven't found something where we would say, okay, that's something where we could really go outside and say, that's amazing that we can do that now and nobody else can. Probably that was the biggest reason.
Yeah, I'm asking because at some point I also had a little bit of kind of like we were doing UI UX design things for financial institutions. I had like two additional friends, and then we were kind of doing good. But then once again, as you've told, we didn't have a plan, so we were working like when we had a client, we were working. When we didn't have a client, we wasn't. And then at the moment, we like everyone started doing their things, and then we're just going in different directions. So that's why I'm curious about your story. And now you're encouraging learning cultures in companies, meaning that you mainly work with full-time employees, I guess. And what do you think is the difference between how freelancers and employees use LinkedIn?
Yeah. So I would say for freelancers, it's way easier to see the return of investment using LinkedIn. So you know exactly, okay, how somehow I have to get new projects, new customers. So you really have this strategic goal and say, okay, those are the KPIs I want to gain within LinkedIn. And then you also have, of course, more freedom in how you want to present yourself. You have no guidelines at all you have to follow, for example. So I would say it's a little bit easier as a freelancer to use LinkedIn. Of course, and I'm really, really happy a lot of employees now also start to build their personal brand on LinkedIn. Sometimes I have the feeling they're still a little bit afraid, like what the company could think, what the fellows could think, even though like I've never heard any colleague in no company where I've been at all that they were like, oh no, you're using LinkedIn or you're posting there. But somehow still have the feeling that like freelancers are more open to also post more and be more active. Yeah.
It's interesting. I heard that some companies are not allowing their employees to post on LinkedIn. And like you're working in our companies that in the terms that you are working, you can't post anything. I have no idea why, but I know that there are some rules. Have you heard about those?
I mean, obviously not at LinkedIn. So, of course, we never had this rule here in the company. I would also say for our customers, that's not really the case. So, um, mm, I've never heard that some companies say our employees they are not allowed to post. What I'm hearing sometimes is that they want to check the posts before they are published. And of
Yeah.
course, this is also such a big boundary that then employees are like, yeah, but if I have to show you beforehand what I want to post, so like what's the deal? I don't want anybody look up everything and then it's not my personal story anymore. It's just advertising for my company. Yeah, so I think as a freelancer, it's way easier to really just tell all your personal stories, not too personal, still in the business, but you see what I mean. But I also wouldn't say that like companies are yeah that they I wouldn't say the most companies try to hold their employees back. I would say really most of them are really open to it. But still, of course, it's a lot of effort. And as a employee, you don't earn money with that. So most times you're like, okay, yeah, I more people know me, but what's the deal for me? So yeah.
Yeah, it's super interesting. And uh, talking about Freelance Unlocked. So give me a sneak peek into what you'll be talking about there.
So when you have the right approach, LinkedIn can a really great tool for personal branding and also lead generation. That's how I used it also beforehand. And yeah, I will give you some tips how you can get that, like how you can generate leads with LinkedIn, and also what you should focus on. Because what I see a lot is that people, yeah, use a lot of time using LinkedIn, but they don't have any strategy behind it. They don't know what's really useful and where you could also save some time. And yeah, so in general, this is what's going to be about, what it's going to be about. So no, it's really good. Yeah.
I meet so many freelancers in different spheres, and sometimes I hear them saying like, "Oh, it's so hard to find clients. I don't have, I can't land a project. What should I do?" And then like, okay, so what's with your LinkedIn profile? And then like, oh, it's empty. I don't trust in social media. And then like, it's one of the most places where it's one of the most popular places where people find you, where people can share projects. Like, why are you not active there? And they're like, oh, I don't know. I just don't trust. So I'm curious, what is the easiest? So for freelancers, it's very crucial to like amount of time they spend into this and amount of value they can get out of it. So what is the easiest and least time-consuming way of being visible on LinkedIn for lead generation purposes?
Yeah. So first, I would always start to network with people that are in the same area that have also similar expertise as you have, and also, of course, connect with your target group, and then start to be really active and comment. Because you would really be surprised how many people also read what you're commenting. Not only the people you're commenting on the post, of course, but also your whole network. And every time when you're commenting another one's post, they see you in the timeline. So they are like, oh, this person knows a lot about this or that stuff. And of course, when I'm say comment something, I don't mean like put in 3 words and say, oh, that's a great post. Of course not. But add some value to this post where you're already reading, give your thoughts and ideas about it. And I would say that's something where you can really easily start. And you get also some ideas what other people are posting, collect all these ideas. And then when you say, okay, now I have a little bit more time, I'm feeling more like included with the platform, and now how the people communicate with each other, then you could go on the next step.
Is there some kind of instruction, maybe like from LinkedIn itself, on how to be great, how to be visible on LinkedIn?
Yeah, of course. There are a lot of like, I wouldn't say like LinkedIn doesn't say, okay, you definitely have to do that. But there are a lot of opportunities you would have, what you can do on LinkedIn, what I will also show in my presentation. But maybe to give you some insights. Also, one thing that's really easy is to, how do I say it? So one thing you can also really do easily is to build your profile. No, not build. Optimize your profile. So use your LinkedIn profile and really optimize it that when people click on it, they know exactly what you're doing, what's the person behind that. And then, of course, you can add a lot of other things on top, but that's really also the basic what you should do.
Yeah. And I also understand there are so many LinkedIn experts out there, and if you just follow in 2 or 3 of them, you can understand how to make it better. I feel like that, and I saw those people, and those also experts, and they're having huge audiences, and they're having huge reach under their posts, and I feel like we can learn something from them.
Yeah, some of them are really good. Be careful, because most of them, they call themselves experts, but why they see themselves as experts and what they have achieved. So ask if they track their numbers, how they use LinkedIn, for example, if they really have like some connection to LinkedIn, how they would know that exactly this works the best. Because I also see a lot of content on LinkedIn where from experts, I'm like, I don't know why you think that's the case, but I don't think it is. So but of course, there are also a lot of people that put a lot of effort into LinkedIn, and they also have great tips to share. So definitely.
I can imagine some experts from LinkedIn going out there in the masses, and then somebody shares something. Oh, I know how this algorithm works, and then like comment from LinkedIn experts, try harder or very close or something like that, so people can understand where it's better. But anyway, so you told about the easiest step is to go and comment under your experts, under your colleagues' posts, and to start build your network by that. And is it one thing that every freelancer must do right away to get tangible results, or is there something else that you will share with us before the conference itself?
Yeah, so I would always say start to optimize your LinkedIn profile. So when people click on it, it looks nice, and especially use the banner. So a lot of profiles where I go to, they have a profile picture which is the first good step. But really also use the banner because it's like free advertising, everybody, that's the first thing everybody sees. And you should really, really use that. And you can use it in so many different ways. So you can use it to, of course, tell them your position, what is the problem you're solving. But if you also have like an event, for example, Freelance Unlocked, you could also post that there. So people see, okay, where can they meet you the next time? Or also if you have some webinars or just anything where you would say, okay, that's something where I could catch my people, because the chances are really high they see it if you have it in the banner. So I would definitely use that. Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's a great idea. Thank you very much for sharing. We'll definitely add it to the marketing plan. And you were freelancer. You are not a freelancer at the moment, but still, I think that you still have friends, or at least you are seeing freelancers out there. And what is your take on the freelance economy? What do you think? How do you think it will develop in the near future?
So I think it also gets way more important to have a lot of different collaborations, also as a freelancer. So I think having the right network, speaking with the right people, really helps also as a freelancer to stay in the market, because like it's changing so fast, everything. But what stays are most times the people and the connections. So also focus on that. Yeah, and it always helped me to just have the right connections. So yeah.
You will be speaking at the conference at the Freelance Unlocked. And if your friend approached you and asked, okay, Katja, so you are going as a speaker, but what's in it for me? I'm a freelancer. What's in it for me? Why should I go to the Freelance Unlocked? What would you say to them?
I would say a really important point. Personal connections always have been like my biggest lever in my career, be it as a freelancer or as an employee. So for everyone. And Freelance Unlock is a fantastic opportunity to network with everybody, right? So of course you gain also a lot of business ideas. You learn a lot about some facts, how you could improve that or this, and also get like more insights into the industry. But I think one really great thing is also that you meet those people in real time. You can speak with everyone who's around you, and just use this possibility to connect with a lot of different freelancers. I think that really helps everyone. Yeah.
Yeah, I totally understand. Like personal connections are like the best ever. And yeah, it's just how world works. And I highly encourage people to go and connect with you in person. And before that, what is the best way to connect with you?
Go in my LinkedIn profile and send me a request. Obviously.
That's how it works. Exactly. Okay, Katja. So thank you so much for sharing your amazing wisdom even before the conference. And I can't wait to learn even more from you on Freelance Unlocked and see you very soon in person.
Thank you for your time. Looking forward to see everyone. And yeah, feel free to send me a request, write me any questions. Yeah.
And for those who listen to this episode, I hope you follow Katja's advice, implement it, and send her in person at the Freelance Unlocked conference on May 15th, 16th in Berlin. Go to the freelanceunlocked.com, grab your ticket, and meet you there.